Alright, guys, so to start our conversation today, our lesson, let's review a little bit on the subject pronouns and the object pronouns. We have studied this some in our last lesson. You can access it in the description below. But to review that topic, what do we have? Subject pronouns, they are the most basic and fundamental pronouns in English language. And they are composed of I, you, he, it, we, and they. And they are the subjects, the pronouns that they come before the verbs. For example, we say, he is going to the store. They are running late. We will be there soon. He is a great singer. And then finally, you are my best friend. So we see that they usually begin the sentence, the subject pronouns. Let's continue because we have a bunch of pronouns to discuss. The next one, guys, are the object pronouns. Object pronouns, they come after the verb. Let's copy this, let's put it there, after the verb. So we have in a sentence an action, a verb. And then these guys, the object pronouns, they come after the verb. For example, we have me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. Compare these guys with the subject pronouns. Let's bring these guys here. So we see that I becomes me, you, he becomes him, he, her, it, we becomes us, and then they becomes them. Let's see some examples on the object pronouns. Give it to me. So our verb, let's identify the verbs in this sentence. Give it, so give the object, to me. So we see that the subject I, it is after the verb here because our verb is give. So we say give it to me, please. Not give it to I, for instance. Give it to me. Let's do the same thing here. Let's identify the verb in this second sentence. I saw, the past of the verb see, him at the party last night. And so we have him, in this case, is our object pronoun. In this case, it was me in the first sentence. I saw him at the party last night is our second sentence, and the object pronoun, him. He invited is our verb. She invited us to her house. And then we see, guys, that us is we, right? We. But then, because it is after the verb, we say she invited us, and we wouldn't say she invited we. So we could say she invited me to the party. Let's do this exercise of substituting all the object pronouns in this sentence. She invited, because invited is our verb. She invited me, she invited you, she invited him, she invited her, she invited it, she invited us, and she invited them. We could say he called. He called me, he called you, he called him, he called her, he called it, he called us. And then finally, he called them. And then we see that the object pronouns, they are always after the verb. In this case, the verb was called. In the first case was invited. Here we are, invited, called. Let's see the other example. The teacher gave them, the subject, the object, them, the object pronoun, them. The teacher gave them a lot of homework, and they didn't like him very much. And then in this case, our verb is like. All right, guys? So this is the relationship of subject pronouns and object pronouns. Subject pronouns, they come before the verb, before the action. And then we have the verb, like invited, called, and then the object pronouns, they come after it. All right, so this is the subject and the object pronouns. Let's continue because we have more pronouns to discuss and learn today. The next one, guys, it is a possessive adjective, but it is very important that we have this possibility with us today. Because, guys, when we talk now about possession, something that belongs to me, we use to me, to you, or to anybody, we use the possessive adjectives. Let's get to know them. I becomes my, you, your, he, his, she, her, it becomes its, we, our, and they, their. All right, guys? So here we have the possessive adjectives. These guys here. All right? Let's reduce this opacity. My, your, his, her, its, our, and their. This is how we describe the possessions in English. So, for example, take a look. And by the way, this possessive adjective comes before a noun. What is a noun, guys? A noun is, for example, let me use a different color. A noun could be, for example, a glass, glass or phone. For example, let's put here phone, glass, notebook. This is a notebook, notebook. Let me get this. This is a wallet. Let's add it there, wallet. This is a, let's grab it. This is a pencil case. There it is, pencil case. All right, guys, so there it is. Pencil case, phone, glass, notebook, wallet, all of these, they are nouns. They are things. They are palpable elements. And the possessive adjectives, they usually come before, as we will see in the examples. For example, my possession, cat is the noun. My cat. Let's highlight that. My cat is sleeping on the couch. I'm saying that this cat belongs to me. Her phone, phone is our noun. Let's add in orange the possessive adjective. My cat, her phone, their house, our family, and then his car. And then we can identify here. Their house is very big. Our family is going on vacation. And then his car is parked in the garage. My, guys, as we have seen, is the possessive adjective. There it is. The orange one is the possessive adjective. My, her, their, our, his. And then the purple one is the noun. There it is, my cat. So we can see, guys, that the possessive adjectives we use to describe possession. As we can see, my cat, her phone, their house, our family, and then his car. This is the third type of pronouns that we have seen. It is actually a possessive adjective, but it's very common for us to learn about that and think about that when we compare with other pronouns. If you have any questions, guys, leave in the comments below. We are not finished yet. Let's continue. We have more pronouns to discuss. The next one, guys, let's take all of this and let's send it here. And let's compare this with the possessive pronouns in this moment. We can see that, let me put side by side, let me put this guy here, and let's take the subject pronouns as well. Okay, so far what we have learned. We have learned that subject pronouns, they come before the verb, and they are here. Let's add a different color. Let's put green, like a darker green. And yeah, there it is. The possessive adjectives we use to describe possession, but usually I need a noun like house, car, phone, cat, brother, sister. And then we have the possessive pronouns, and they are a little bit different. Many English students, they have a doubt in this moment. And what is the secret, guys? Because with possessive pronouns, we don't have a noun after. Let's see what this means. Let's explore this. Let me take this emoji and let's say, let's see if I can find an X emoji, please. X. Let's see if we can find it. Good. So here, with a possessive pronoun, guys, I can't have a noun, the thing. Usually because I know what I am talking about. For example, imagine that I am talking with somebody and somebody says, "Is this your phone?" Somebody asks me, "Is this your phone?" I could say, "No, it's not mine." Because we know that we are talking about the phone. There is no necessity for me to repeat phone. Imagine that somebody asked me, Mateus, is this your phone? And then I say, no, it's not my phone. You see that it sounds repetitive because we know that we are talking about the phone. So I would say, it's not mine. Maybe it is hers, or maybe it is his, but certainly it's not mine. So there is no need to say phone anymore. Um, Examples, guys, of possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his. You can see that the possessive adjective is equal to the possessive pronoun in this case. Her, we say hers. With it, we don't use it. Our, ours, they, their. So perceive, guys, that my becomes mine, right? Is this your phone? No, it's not mine. Maybe it is yours. So we add the S, yours, there. And then the person says, oh, it's not mine either. Maybe it is his. Maybe it is hers. Take a look in the S there. Or ours, or theirs. So we add in the majority of the pronouns the S. Yours, hers, ours, theirs. The only exception, it is mine, and then his. Just his. I wouldn't say his with double S because his is like is this sound, and it's not that word. So let's take a look in some examples. The book is mine. You see that the noun book is before the possession description. The book is mine, not yours. His bike, so this is my possessive adjective, is faster than hers. Her house is close. Ours, our house, or we can just say ours, is far. Our party was lame. Our party was bad. His was great. My car is red. Theirs is green. So let's take a look. I'm going to highlight with blue the possessive pronouns. So this book is mine, not yours. His bike is faster than hers. Her house is close. Ours is far. Our party was lame. His was great. My car is red. Theirs is green. And let me highlight with orange the possessive adjective. This book is mine. His bike is faster than hers. Her house is close. Ours is far. Our party was lame. His was great. My car is red. Theirs is green. Because you see that here we know that we are talking about car. So there is no need to repeat car. In this case, we know that we are talking about party. So we don't need to repeat. In this case, we are talking about house. So we don't need to repeat it either. Okay, guys. So and then there is one more there is one more pronoun that I would like to discuss with you today. This video is getting already pretty long, but I hope that you are with me so far. Reflexive pronouns. Now, when we talk about reflexive pronoun, is when the subject pronoun. Let me actually write it here. The subject pronoun is equal to the object. So the person doing the action, imagine that there is a person doing some action is the same person that is receiving the action. So the person is doing something for herself. Let's take a look in some examples. He hurt himself. There we have our reflexive pronoun. Let's use even a different color here. Let me delete this. Yeah, let's use blue. Yeah, let's use this kind of pink. Yeah. And yeah, let's reduce this opacity. There. So the reflexive pronouns are, guys, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, and themselves. These are the different reflexive pronouns. So we have the examples. He hurt. Let's edit this color there. He hurt himself playing basketball. So he hurt himself. Nobody hurt him. He hurt himself. She taught herself how to play the guitar. So she instructed herself to play the guitar. She's a self-learner. We enjoyed ourselves at the party. They bought themselves new clothes for the wedding, and I need to remind myself to buy groceries. So we see these examples, guys, that the subject, he, is the one that did the action to himself, in this case, hurt himself. In the second case, she taught herself, she instructed herself to play the guitar. We enjoyed ourselves at the party. They bought themselves. They got new clothes for themselves. And then I myself, need to remind myself to buy groceries. All right, guys, if you have any doubts, return in any portion of this video. We have so far discussed about subject pronouns that we use before the verb, object pronouns that we use after the verb. We talked about possessive adjectives that we use to describe possession, my house, your cat, his dog, their sister, for example. We have discussed about the possessive pronouns that we don't use a noun after, similar to mine, yours, hers, ours, theirs, and now we have seen the reflexive pronouns. To wrap up, let's do an exercise together. There it is, guys. So here I have organized this exercise in the following manner. You have the subject pronouns here, the object pronouns, the possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns, the reflexive pronouns. And then at the end, you have the pronoun between parentheses. And then I would like you to pause this video and complete the gap, this space, with the respective pronoun. Go there, pause the video, and complete it. Okay, there was some time for me to drink a sip of water, and let's continue. I will complete with you, and let's check if you answer correctly. So initially, guys, let's start with the subject pronouns. This is the easiest because I just need to say I. Let me use even a different color. Let's use purple. I, or white, it's better. There it is. I went to the store to buy some milk. She and I are going to the movies tonight. She and I. He was running late for work this morning. So I just repeat the same pronouns because, of course, this is the subject. It's the base, the fundament. Now let's see the object pronouns. She gave, and then we have I here. In this case, I will not use I because I have the verb gave here, right? So she gave me a birthday present. He, and then we have the verb helped. He helped her. He helped her with her. Now, in this case, is the possessive with with her math homework. And then they invited us to their wedding. They invited, the verb invited us to their wedding. Let's take a look in the possessive adjectives. My dog is barking in the backyard. I need to return her books tomorrow. I hope you got that right. We bought their tickets. Their, oh my God, it's their. Let me write, I think it's better. We bought their, let me reduce the size there. Their tickets. There it is. We bought their ticket for the concert online. Possession. Possessive pronoun. That is, here actually we have possessive pronouns. This is my book, not yours. Yeah, this case was mistaken, guys. Sorry for that. It happens. It happens. So we could say that is my book, not yours. His car broke down on the highway, and then I could say mine on the street, for instance, and then I would say mine. We found our keys on the table. Theirs are on the uh, cupboard. I don't know. That's a possibility. Yeah. So in this case, guys, the possessive pronouns, here we have it. This is my book, not yours. His car broke down on the highway, mine on the street. And then we found our keys on the table. Theirs are on the cupboard. And then finally, the reflexive pronouns. She looked at herself in the mirror and smiled. He hurt himself when he fell off the bike. And finally, they congratulated themselves on the job well done. All right, guys, this was a pretty long and a pretty lengthy class, but a very, very important one. Because not only beginners, but also intermediate and advanced English learners, they have doubts in this topic. To master this structure and this and the pronouns, the subject, object, possessive adjective, possessive pronoun, reflexive, is through practice. So practice as much as you can speaking as well as writing. And when you are listening and reading any content in English, try to be mindful and try to pay attention about these pronouns. I hope you have learned something cool today, and we see each other in our next lesson. Take care. All the best. Bye bye.